Hi, I'm Christina Bobb, Senior Attorney here at Judicial Watch. Arctic Frost is the Biden DOJ's operation aimed at targeting Americans who supported Donald Trump in the 2020 election. Judicial Watch was first to issue FOIA requests and investigate DOJ's Arctic Frost activities way back in January of this year. Finally, the information is coming out now. The Department of Justice created an operation for the sole purpose of criminalizing political activity and prosecuting their political opponents. They created a hit list of 400 conservatives and organizations that they perceived to be supportive of Donald Trump, who they wanted to throw in prison. The list included Republican U.S. senators, Republican U.S. officials, and Donald Trump himself. However, it gets worse. They didn't just go after professional politicians. Also included in the list were Trump supporters from the lowest level of GOP volunteers, the electors, and people who simply stated the 2020 election was stolen. All of the Trump electors from Georgia, Michigan, Wisconsin, Nevada, and Arizona were included on this DOJ hit list, as well as anyone who supported auditing the 2020 election, myself included. How does the Department of Justice open a criminal investigation on such a massive scale? They claimed it was an investigation of criminal activity associated with January 6th. The only problem with that is they did not have a single shred of evidence, zero probable cause, that any of these people on their hit list had committed a crime. They simply created a hit list of people Biden's DOJ perceived to be political threats and worked to find a way to make them criminals. The tragic part is that many of these people are still facing criminal prosecution today based on the Arctic Frost Initiative, myself included. All of the electors and Trump allies in Nevada, Wisconsin, Arizona, and Georgia are still fighting for their freedom based on this sham investigation. Yes, the Fani Willis case is still open. Arctic Frost was an attempt to criminalize Americans' ability to oppose government power, and Judicial Watch is at the front lines fighting to expose the corruption. We have multiple lawsuits pending for information coming from Arctic Frost. We're also suing for surveillance information, any abuses by law enforcement violating Americans' Fourth Amendment rights associated with this hoax. Judicial Watch is working hard to hold these corrupt leaders accountable.